Okay, so here's the latest update. Haven't done one for what, a week and a half or so. There's quite a lot on this one, to be honest, so bear with me. You might want to watch this one. It's quite a good one, so you'll like the end, I'm sure. At least anybody into audio will as well, so we'll see what happens. But basically what I've been doing some fiberglass in on the bottom of this door. Very rough at the moment, as you can see, but everything is now basically bonded together from the outside skin to the inside door as well, which I'll show you now. Obviously underneath, it goes underneath here. All the fiberglass comes underneath and then sort of wraps around underneath there, and it's got another layer just to finish off up here. But everything's basically there now, the structure and everything else. The tablet holder, there'll be 2 tablets in there, same as the other door, and obviously the window side of things will look basically like that from the inside. I've got to adjust the other door to suit, but you can see how that's come along quite nicely. Everything's pretty much there, sort of structure wise and shape wise now. Not bad at all. I'll do a bit of a walk around because I've been doing loads of bits everywhere. I said there is all sorts of things for you to see on this one, so we'll see. Right, start off with this section. So the other side I've fiberglassed it all around just to get it sealed. Obviously this is the B-pillar wall anyway, so technically no air from the system comes this side of the window anyway, but just to make it nice and sealed and extra strength, I've had another layer of MDF in there, fiberglassed over the top. So now the box is like, God, I don't know, probably that thick now. So it's all fiberglassed in, all the frames all sealed in. So there's a few more little bits of fitting work here to do around the outside. It's not going to be perfect because there's a window goes over that anyway, so you won't actually see any of that, but you know, at least I know it's been done, and it's going to improve the system as well, so that's good. Obviously we'll fill around here. I've done some new sections for these, for the tweeter holder. So this piece here, it kind of wasn't very good the first time I did it. It was a bit broken, to be honest, so I've just test fitted these for now. These don't stay in here, otherwise they're going to get too dusty, but basically there's nice new rings in there. The tweeter sits, it's not glued in or anything yet, it's just sort of sat there, but that sits in there. All the cabling is done for this speaker here. All the cabling is done, in fact, for all the audio speakers now, apart from the subs. So basically I've been working on, here's the cable, here's some of the cable I've been using. Some old auto leads stuff that a guy from Facebook told me, which is good. A guy called David Longy, if anyone's seen him, but it's good for his max power stuff. Basically all the cables are in, everything's kind of connected up. None of this is just for the speaker side of things. So there's main 8-gauge cable. Try and get a good angle here if I can. There's a main 8-gauge cable, one for the power, one for the earth, and then they obviously feed up here, well, underneath here, basically where the access hatches are. The crossovers for these, they're in there as well, so they're not going to get damaged or use any of the internal space for this little pod here. So the crossovers are in here. Again, it all feeds off. The power cables go down that black tube into the back, where all the power and batteries and everything else is going to be, all the lithium cells. And then the speaker cables and things all go down the side of it, basically. They'll be put through some sort of plastic tubing and put down properly and that sort of stuff when it's all done. Can't really do that just yet because obviously it needs finishing off, but there you are. But all the speaker cables are in this side, all the speaker cables are in the other side, all the crossovers are in, as I say. The back end, I've got all the speakers in now, which I'll show you shortly. I'll do a bit of a run around while I'm here. So I've been doing some more fiberglass work on these holes where the door's going to mount. There'll be like rubber bits in here as well eventually, once everything's properly together. And then obviously the door will rest on that, and then it'll attach at the bottom here. Nothing's happening really at the front end, I don't think. Nope, nothing on the front end, apart from, oh, there was one thing I missed, the mirror over the other side. I had a hole in the side where I've been modifying the mirrors. That's been fiberglassed and filled now. This section had the same thing. I've modified the shape of the mirror slightly. That's been fiberglassed in. Obviously very rough currently, but it's there. I've fiberglassed this section. So this is basically like a steel bar where originally the gull wing was going to be attached to. But obviously there's not going to be any gull wings now, so I ditched that plan. So now it's all going to be it's welded in anyway, but it's also now going to be fiberglass and filled to the roof, get it all one piece, same as before, and that'll be all smoothed off, and that'll be done next week, all being well. But I'm away next week, so I won't be doing a lot of work on it next week, unfortunately. We'll see how I get on. Obviously needs filling in everything else. This speaker's the same, all component set is the same, some Helix components, all cabling's in there for that. Crossovers under there, speaker cables again in here, all done, all laid, all up to there. Again, speaker cables go up to the rear. I've done this rear wheel arch, so the caliper and disc haven't been cleaned up or painted or anything yet, but they are done and fitted, etc. Done. Imagine the fun with trying to get it in that space. That was interesting. But also, obviously, the fitment side of things is basically the same as the other side. So there's a little bit of poke, same as the other side. See that there? Pretty, fitting pretty perfectly, to be fair. Haven't done the sill extension yet. That's a job for another day. But this arch itself just needs tidying up a bit. It's not fully the right shape yet, as you can see. Like there, for instance, there's one piece, and well, loads. To be fair, the whole thing hasn't been done yet. I've got to raise the air ride, get the 40 grit round it, bit of 240 after, and we'll be all good. Fair bit of work in the rear. I'm going to zoom out a bit here. Oh, I can't. That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's all I've got. Right. Okay. So I'll start at the bottom here. And so the good bit is going to be the end, hopefully. Right. So basically, I've been doing some work. All the cabling. I probably should have done this before. All the cabling. This whole panel lifts off. There's the edge amp under here. That'll be running at 1.5 ohms per channel. That's stereo mode. So that's quite a nice amp. That's EDX 800.4, I think it's called. But I'll have all the cables and things run to that shortly, but they're not there. But the cables are, well, they are there. They aren't plugged in yet because there's no point because I'm taking this out. But all the cables themselves are underneath here. I can't lift it out. It's stuck. It's stuck. Yep. Stuck. Anyway, the cables, you might be able to see a bit under there. No, cables are under there. They're basically going into the side of here, but they're all done for left and right depending on where they are. All the power cables are laid from the alternator. There's 3 0 gauge cables, 3 of these basically coming from the alternator, and obviously that'll go into lithium cells, which are all going to be in here. I've got the Helix DSP here. The DSP.3S, which is like an 8-channel one, so there'll be, I think there's 6 in and 8 out, I think it is, which is perfect for what I need. So that would be supplying the amp, but I'm going to keep this in the rear. I wasn't sure where to put it. I need somewhere where I can access it, but also obviously you sort of map it almost like an engine basically, but with the laptop, and then basically put whichever speaker frequencies you want to each speaker or each component set or sub or whatever it's going to be. But this here it's got a Bluetooth fitment, so it's going to be attached to a Bluetooth unit, so I won't need a head unit. So Bluetooth straight to a tablet, so all the audio will go through this and then distribute out to the amps and stuff. So it's got a nice decent sounding signal range. Helix obviously a decent brand anyway, to be fair. So but that's going to be mounted on there, so I'll make a proper mounting thing for it. But I mounted over there, so that'll be nice and out of the way, but I'll also be able to get to it because when all the Lego, I don't know if you've seen previous videos, all this section's got Lego and things all over here, a whole Lego build, and then there's like a section across the bottom which has got 2 fans and access panels and things. There's a PS5 sits behind here, but then there's a gap in here where there's like a little Lego build that'll just literally slot out, and I'll be able to get to the DSP and the drive for the PS5, so basically I'll be able to get to both to put stuff in as and when I want. So that'd be good. And then one thing, also before I get into the main thing, I've been cutting sections here, so basically the cables for all the lights and speakers and stuff are all now running through the tailgate. I've taken sections out. I've taken out all the bits where the mounting points are for the boot, because now instead of sitting on like a little metal rod thing it used to sit on, this now sits, it's going to sit on a metal rod that comes out of here somewhere, and that'll basically go up there, hold the boot open up there, and then obviously I'll be able to see more of the Lego build, because before the boot used to sit kind of like here, so you'd have to sort of duck down and see everything from there, so it's no good really. So I've changed that, extended all the cables. There's a whole new loom anyway, all this section, so I've basically made holes. This will all be fiberglass and trimmed properly, but I've taken all the old sticker bomb and everything that's under here off. Started doing some fiberglass in here, filling all along this section. You can see it's very rough stages, first stages here, but it is coming along quite nicely. Filling in some gaps here, stuff like that. And then I'll come on to the main part, which I've been working on, which if I can get in here without causing myself too much grief. Okay, right, different angle here. The tailgate speaker pod. So originally there was going to be 2 sets of components in here. Basically where these are, there was basically a set in each. Now there's going to be 1 set, and behind each of these custom made grills, I made these 2 little grills, speaker grills. Also they've got the tweeters in the middle as part of the component set. Helix again. Obviously that's 1 set of components in there. I'm amped up off the amp down there. And then we've got 2 super tweeters, edge ones. You can just about see them probably through the grills. Maybe, yep, there you go. There's 2 of those. I've redone all the shape. It's not quite finished at the bottom yet, but basically the general gist is the shape is basically there, all fits, and when the tailgate shuts it's all perfectly fine. Obviously all the cables for the lights and stuff are going to go in here. They'll all be custom made, of course. Well, they already are, I finished them. And then basically the super tweeters will run off another amp. That's going to go inside, behind there, but it's difficult to see. Well, difficult to say from behind there because it's difficult to get to. But yeah, that's come out quite nice. So eventually that's going to be leathered. It's not going to be done in sticker bomb as it was before, so that's now going to be leather. So it's going to look quite nice. All this sort of stuff's going to be leather. I've taken the sticker bomb off the bottom here, just need some flattening back. The fuel nozzle is going to go there, and that's obviously going to be finished off at a later date. There's no point doing that until it's basically near the end with full bodywork session going on. But yeah, there you go. I think that's everything I've done. As you can see, I've done quite a lot, so I probably should have done a video before now, but it's one of those things. But yeah, there you go. So that's basically what I'm working on. Next week, as I'm sort of away for a while, but I'll crack on with some bits and bobs. I was doing just a bit of a show around in case nobody's actually seen it before. Getting tablets in there, as you've probably seen most of the time. People have seen that. Access panels, blanking plates, stuff like that. Subs, enclosure, 515s, port June to 32, I think it is. But yeah, there you go. Feel free to comment, subscribe if you can as well. If you want to keep an eye on the project, it's actually getting towards finish finally now. Oh, it's also done these little pieces here for the backing trim for the mirrors. Done both sides of those, and that's basically it. So yeah, feel free to comment, let me know what you think, and hopefully you're enjoying the progress on this so far.